All right. I think I got everything set up here. So I'm gonna build my new PC. I haven't upgraded my computer in about 10 years. I've just been using the computers that they give me at work. So I finally decided to build my own PC, and I wanted it to be good for things like gaming and learning new things. Like if I want to start learning CNC CAD, if I want to start learning something else like a new programming language and I want to use new development tools, if I want to do some 3D rendering or something, but also if I want to do some gaming. So I wanted to have a machine to be fast for that kind of thing. So I ordered the parts and I'm going to start building it. So I think I'll pull out the case first. It's a big. So I don't know if how well this is going to work for the stream, but here's the case. Let's see. There's a button that you push to pop open the case. That's pretty cool. So this case is, wait a minute, let me see something here. Some drop frames. Let me close my other window here. Let's see. Should be all right. I think 1223. I'll keep an eye on that and see if it goes up. I had the video open in another window watching it, and I think that might have been using a little too much bandwidth, so I just won't do that. Oops. It should be okay. Move this over here. All right. So this case is made by a company called BeQuiet, and this is called their Silent Base. And looks like there's some hardware here, some accessories, probably some mounting screws and stuff. So I haven't really built a PC for myself in like 10 years, so I hope I can figure it out. Hope things haven't changed too much in that time. Looks like we got some nice little Velcro cable ties here. That could be good for cable management. Got some screws. Set this stuff aside. More screws, lots of screws. Wow. Lots and lots of screws. Okay, some of this is going to be for mounting the motherboard, I bet. Some standoffs here. Okay, cool. Set those aside over here. We have this thing. This looks like a hard drive cradle for a full-size hard drive, which, like a 3.5-inch hard drive, which I don't have right now for this build. So this looks like some nice mounts to isolate from vibration, which I'm not going to need right now. So I can put this stuff aside for the time being. Just save it for later in case I ever need it. Now, one thing I wanted to do, if you notice here, this case comes with, I know it doesn't really fit very well into the picture, but this case has one big 140mm fan on the back, and then it's got one nice 140mm fan on the front for air intake. One thing I want to do is add a third fan. I've heard that you can do that and that it's no problem. You can add a third fan for better airflow. So what I want to do, if I can, is I want to have a third fan and have more fans running at a lower speed versus less fans running at a higher speed. So I'm going to need to pop the other side of this case off. So the case has a button on both sides to get the door off. You can see here. I'll just pop this other side off. Now, one thing about this case is it has this 10mm thick pad. This is supposed to help with the noise, help keep the noise down. So I think that's really good. We've seen the same thing with keyboards, that when you have a thin piece of sheet metal, or even if it's CNC aluminum and it's thin, like the bottom of certain keyboard cases, something like that can really kind of act as a resonator and make your noise problems worse. So it's nice that they've got some acoustic material they've applied there. So I want to pop the front off this case. I'm not sure how. I think that's got it. Let's do the other side. There's these little tabs that you can push on, and then you can pop the front off the case. Oh, something just went flying, but we'll pick it up in a minute. Okay, let's get this front off. One more tab where it's really hard to reach, and it comes off. Oh, this is a cool little detail. So the bottom of this case has a nice, like, electrostatic, or what do you call it? Static thingy. It's one of those air filters that uses, I think it uses an electrostatic charge to filter. So this is a BeQuiet. Yeah, this uses a BeQuiet. This case is a BeQuiet brand Silent Base. It's got this nice dust filter on the front and on the bottom. So I guess it pulls air in through the bottom and the front of the case. So now that I got that off, you can also see on the other side here, you can see a lot of cables here for like front, the USB connection on the front, the power button, and the other controls that are on the front of the case. So let's see here. Get it so that you can see what I'm doing. So here's one of them fans, one of those 140mm fans. Yeah, it's the I can't really open that link right now, but it's the BeQuiet Silent Base 601 without a window. So they have a model that has like a see-through window. This is the one that doesn't have the window, because the one with the window doesn't have the foam on both of sides of the sheet metal of the case, and so it's not quite as quiet. So I got the one that doesn't have the plexiglass window. So that fan right there. One thing I'm gonna do that's probably overkill is, on the advice of some people in the PC building community, I'm gonna use Noctua fans instead of the ones that came with it, I think. So these are 140mm fans. Hopefully they'll work with this case. Hopefully the connector will be compatible. So the BeQuiet fans seem like they're good, but some people say that the Noctua fans are just a little bit quieter. And you can read the specifications of the fans online. And when you read the specifications of the fans, the decibel rating of how loud the fans are, the Noctua fans are rated to be a little bit quieter. So one thing I gotta see though is, so here's how this fan connects. So I gotta see if my cable's gonna reach that far. If not, I'll have to figure something else out, like splice it somehow. So that connector is the same as this connector here, but obviously I don't have this super long connector. I'm just checking if this is an extension or if that's, so that's not an extension, that's long like that, coming out right off of the fan. Oh, okay. It looks like, oh, do people lube their fans? Wow, I never heard of that. That's cool. That's funny. Kind of like keyboard stuff. Okay, so I think we might be in good shape here. I'm gonna take this twist tie off here, liberate these cables a little bit. I hope you guys don't mind. I mean, if you get bored, you can always bail, but I'm gonna kind of take it a little slow and easy because I haven't built a PC for a long time, and I want to make sure I get it right. So it might be a little slower than what you're used to for like people who build PCs a lot. So I just noticed this fan came with what looks like it's an extension cable. Sweet. Noctua, man. Good, man. They thought about that you might need a longer cable, so they provided a nice oh, cool. They provided this nice extension cable. Man, this looks like such a quality fan. Some of this stuff has really changed. Last time I built a PC, I don't remember having such high quality stuff available. Like these look like these fans look like they're on another level compared to what I'm used to seeing from back 10 years ago. So I'm gonna pull out these fans. So this PC is getting a Ryzen 9 3950X. It's getting some DDR4 3200 RAM, and it's getting a GeForce something or other. It's getting a GeForce RTX 2080 Ti. Let's see. And it's getting a, I think I'm gonna put two 1 terabyte NVMe 3D Crosspoint drives, SSDs. So we'll get to that in a minute. Oh, this is cool. I wonder if I can use these. I wonder if I can use these little rubber mounts instead of screws. If I can, I'm gonna use those instead of the screws to mount these fans. Yeah, price shooting up. Price of what shooting up? You saying like the price of PC components is going to shoot up, or something else? I thought about the prices. I thought about the maybe with all this COVID-19 stuff going on. Yeah, actually that's partly, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Some of the motivation for me to go ahead and pull the trigger and buy the stuff and build this PC was thinking about possible shortages. I don't know if it's actually going to happen, but I wanted to build a PC anyway, and this kind of the COVID-19 situation kind of lit a fire under me. So I figured I'll get this stuff now while I can, while it's available, just in case there end up being shortages. So these fans, it looks like these fans on the front are set up to blow air into the case, and then the fan on the back is set up to blow air out of the case, from what I can tell. Yeah, shortages of a lot of stuff going on lately, right? So it makes sense that could affect us. This is a mid tower that I'm building. I don't have like that much stuff to put in the case, so I thought a mid tower would be good for me. It'd probably do the job. I'm just unscrewing the BeQuiet fans. These BeQuiet fans are pretty cool looking, but whoa, what's that? Ugh, I got my volume turned up. I need to turn that down. I just received an email. Looks like I need to close I got my work email running here. There we go. Oh, yeah, this seems like a pretty cool case. The reason I opted for this case was a lot of people said that it was very quiet. So I'm seeing now another. I saw on the two large sides of the case there was this 10mm thick acoustic foam, and I can see the top piece of metal also has that. I don't see it on the bottom, but the top. So 1, 2, 3. 3 out of the 4. 6. 3 out of the 6 surfaces have acoustic foam on them, so that's pretty cool. Okay. So the wire for this fan goes through this little channel here. It looks like it goes this way. There's like a little space where it can go to the other side. I'll pull this wire out. Let me see. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. My camera appears to have turned off. I think I accidentally unplugged it or something. That's not good. Technical difficulties. 1 second. Let me see what's going on here. What happened? That's not good. So my main camera just shut off. Let me see if it's receiving power. Could be the power supply failed. Let me pop a battery in it and see. I've got a wired power supply for this thing. I'm wondering if maybe that thing just crapped out on me. Let me go ahead and pop the rechargeable battery in the camera and see if it turns on. Yeah, there it is. Alright, well, let's see. I hope I have enough battery for this. I got a full battery, so it might be okay. Hey man, raging agent. No fat shaming. No fat shaming allowed on Twitch. There's got to be a rule about that. There's got to be. I don't know if there's a rule, but there should be. Let's see. Okay. I'll have to figure out why my little AC adapter failed later. But can everybody see again? Everybody see what's going on? I mean, I can see. Seems like the stream's back, but can anybody confirm? Can anyone confirm or deny that they can see the stream? I think it's back. So this is what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna put in these fans, see that? But if I can, I'm gonna use this little thing instead of screws to mount it. I think I can do that because I think that'll be even quieter. Let me grab my little forceps tool to use to grab this and pull on it. Either that or needle nose pliers. Where are those? I really need my forceps would be really great for this. If I can find them. Oh well, I'll just use the needle nose pliers. I think I can reach. Hey, is anybody watching? Hello? Can you guys see me? It says, it says I'm still streaming. Is anybody watching? Can you guys see me? Okay, so here's the fan that I'm working on right now. Well, now I don't know if anyone can see me. I'm not seeing any. I don't know if the stream's working. Let me refresh the chat here. Don't you hate it when technical difficulties happen? I don't know if the stream is working and just nobody's saying anything. Let me pull it up. Let me see. Pull it up on my phone. Oh, look at that. I guess everyone left when the picture turned off or something. Alright, well, it's working. Wait, is the sound working though? Hello? Testing.
Wait, is the sound working though? Hello?
Okay, we're good. Alright. Stream's working. You guys just ditched me is all. That's okay. I'll continue the build on my own. Let's see. Maybe like people saw. Oh, it's maybe people saw. Oh, the camera's not working, and they thought, oh man, this is not gonna be fixed anytime soon, and they just bailed. Probably something like that. Like, ah, this is gonna take forever. Oh, he's not gonna be able to fix that. Little do they know. Little do they know I'm all about handling unexpected contingencies. I've always got a contingency plan. So these little doohickeys are cool. Instead of screws that transmit vibration really well, the fans are held in by these little rubber guys that transmit vibration not very well, which is what we want. So that's pretty. These Noctua fans are so... I don't know if I'm saying that right. Is it Noctua or is it Noctua? Noctua, like noxious, or Noctua? Who knows? It's like one of those mysteries. Nobody knows. Science doesn't know the answer of how it's pronounced. Okay. One more. I won't be able to see what I'm doing on this one. I just have to do it by feel. Okay, maybe that's harder than I thought it would be. I have to like be the PC, get inside it. There we go. I think I got it. Did I get it? What? Oh, never mind. Okay, that one's in. Cool. These are a little tricky to install, these little rubber guys, but I think it's really cool that the fan is mounted to the case by rubber instead of metal. Very cool. Okay. Oh, I did a dumb thing though. I didn't position it to where the cord would reach the farthest possible, so it might end up making the cord not be long enough, so I'm going to redo that. Okay. There, I'll position the fan this way so that I'll have more cable to work with. That'll be better. This one's the hardest one because I can't really see what I'm doing. This corner here. There we go. Okay, this time I did it right. It's one of these fans mounted. So that's the front fan. That's the fan that pulls air, or pushes rather. Wait a minute. Oh, mercy. It's a little hard to see, but I put the fan in facing the wrong way. So the front fans pull the air in. The back fan is supposed to push the air out. So the curvature, the more cupped side, like the concave side, goes towards the direction in which the air is blowing. And I accidentally put it the wrong way because it's supposed to be taking the air out of the case. I've got it facing to where it would push air into the case, so that's not correct. I need to flip it around. But on a positive note, I'm getting a lot of practice at this, mounting these fans with the rubber things. So if I ever want to assemble computers for a living, I'll be better at it now. Okay. Third time's a charm. One more. Okay. Awesome. That's the only front fan. I got to do the rear fans, but first let me deal with the connector here. Alright, that actually will reach without need for another additional extension. So that's cool. Okay, now time to do the rear fans that pull air into the case. Let's see here. So one will go up here. One will go over here. That. No, pulled right through. Gotta be careful here. Yeah. One down, 7 to go. A little bounce. This one I don't know if I'll be able to reach. I might have to I think I can just reach it. Just barely. Okay. It's a little hard to do this mounting the fans with it on the desk, but I'm almost done with this step. Okay, fans are in. Now, for the connections. Here are my fan connectors. Looks like okay. Cool. What the heck? Ah. Okay, let's see. Looks like I made a mistake. One of the fans I ordered is a PWM fan. So I can do one of two things. I might be able to hook it up to the motherboard. So the motherboard might have a place where it can connect, or I might just need to return it. Let me just check. So here's the motherboard. It's the ROG Republic of Gamers, I guess, Crosshair 8 Hero gaming motherboard. So let's take a look. Let's see if there's a spot on here where I can hook that fan up. Yeah, looks like right here. Cool. Looks like a good idea to take this out and start setting it up. I'm going to take off the tacky plastic protective stuff ASAP. I always like to get that off. Actually, maybe this is a good time to also install my RAM and M.2 drives. Let's see. So it looks like these shrouds need to come off. I think that might be like a heat sink too for the M.2 drives. Let's pop off the shrouds while we got this here. Yep. Well, I see one spot. I thought there was more than one. I guess we'll see. Maybe there's only one M.2. There might just be only one M.2 slot. So that goes on the top. Ah, there's the other M.2. Goody. Good deal. All right, let me see. So here's the two drives I have. Got this Western Digital Black edition, 1 terabyte. Oh, hey, what's up? Clever line. Got my camera working again. I'm just gonna pop in the M.2 drives. I got this Western Digital 1 terabyte Black Edition, which I'm not sure if I'll be able to use the shroud with it because it has its own heatsink. So for this one, I'll probably have to leave the shroud off. We'll see if it'll even fit. Oh, it's NVMe. This one's an NVMe. So that one will fit here. Okay. But this heatsink thing isn't gonna fit there. I think I'll just have to omit it for this one, and probably doesn't need it since it already has its own built-in heatsink. So I'll just leave that one off. Then for the other one, I think I will be able to use the heatsink because the other one doesn't have all that other business on top. It has a sticker, which, interestingly enough, the Sabrent has a sticker on top. If I peel that off, underneath that sticker is actually a copper heat spreader, so that's kind of cool. So I'll pop this one in over here. This seems like it'll do just fine over here, I think. This one needs a little standoff though. Let me grab, I should have a standoff that came with the motherboard for that, I think, in the little bowl of parts. Let's look. Or do I have to use this one? Maybe I have to use this one here. It doesn't seem to want to come off. It might be screwed on from the other side. No, I see the hole is threaded. Let's take a look here. Let's see if... Oh, that's right. I'm looking in the wrong place. I need to look at the screws that came with the motherboard, not the screws that came with the case. Let me peel off the rest of this plastic crap. Okay. I need to hydrate. All right. Ooh, this thing's heavy. Plastic. Trash. Trash. What is this? Stickers? That's kind of cool. I'll give that to my daughter or something. Just sticker bullshit. What is this? A coaster? That's cool, I guess. Manuals, drivers. Looks like a bunch of stuff. Cool. Alright. That aside. What else we got? Ah, here we go. There's the good stuff. Put this to the side over here. Yeah, NVMe's pretty expensive right now. So that goes to the motherboard. Don't need that right now. Ha! Okay, I think I just found the standoff I was looking for. Right here. And the screws. Yeah, that's about what I had to pay, unfortunately. NVMe prices are high right now. Okay. So this standoff has to go here. Well, this motherboard has two NVMe places to mount them. So it looks like this one supports two NVMe's out of the box. It has the two, the two M.2 slots. Alright, I think the heatsink will work with that one. And it's got a little plastic film thing you can remove that you're supposed to remove first, because it's like thermal transfer material right there. It's like heatsink. It's like heat conductive stuff. Okay. It's kind of smooshes onto the top of the drive to help the heat transfer into this big old heatsink. So that's pretty cool. To help the drive stay cool so that it doesn't get throttled and so it can do higher transfer speeds, right? Cool. Okay. Something ain't right here. There we go. Okay. That's annoying. Stuff wants to come off. There. Well, the reason I want two NVMe's is nothing about performance. It's just that I use Linux for a lot of things, but some things work better in Windows. So I want to run Windows on one and Linux on the other and dual boot. So that's why two for me. There. It looks happy. It's just great. Okay. Put this here. Now, let's see. Cool. What a cool setup. There's all this crap. Okay. Everything comes with so much packaging and crap that you don't need. Alright, let's put... Yeah. I wish we had like Google Fiber or something here in Arizona. I'm gonna do one thing real quick. The one odd fan, instead of having the one odd fan on the front, I'm gonna move it so that the one fan that's different than the others is on the back. Somehow that makes more sense to my brain. The one PWM fan, I'd rather have that one odd fan that's different than all the others. I accidentally bought one fan that's PWM, so I'd rather have that on the back because it'll be easier if I decide to change it out to match the other fans. It'll be easier for me to get at to do that. I didn't notice when I was buying the fan that it was PWM. Cox. Yeah. So I have Cox Giga Blast, and it works okay. But I'm not sure that I really get the advertised speed. I don't think so, but it works alright. I mean, I don't know that we have any better options around here, really. It's pretty fast. Yeah, it seems a lot of people who get the Giga Blast don't get the advertised speed. One thing I did, have you tried logging into your cable modem's status page and looking at your signal? If you open up the web browser and go to the address 192.168.100.1, usually it'll pop up like a diagnostics page coming from your cable modem. And sometimes you can see there that the signal quality isn't very good, and you can like put a different cable in or something. You can do something. Sometimes you can do something about your cabling. Like if you have an old cable, it's not very good quality, or if you have splitters or something that's degrading the signal quality. Sometimes you can do something about that, and sometimes you can improve your signal enough to get better throughput. That's what I did, and it made a difference for me. The cables that they give, I think, from what I remember, I think the cables that Cox provides are fine. Like quality wise, they're okay. But in my case, the problem in my case wasn't the cable inside the house. It was the cable that was going, like, that goes through the wall and out to the outside. And I had to run new cables out there because the ones that were there were bad. So I did that, and it helped a lot. yeah, I'll probably stream like something like maybe Division 2. I just bought that one. It was on sale really cheap. I don't know exactly. Now that my computer's fast enough to play some games, probably stream. When I play, I might as well stream while I'm at it. Makes it like more of a social thing if there happens to be anybody around to watch. So yeah, I think I will. I haven't been gaming for so many years. I'm probably not very good at it. But I used to game a lot, but mostly Lord of the Rings Online, which is probably not that popular nowadays. I was really into Lord of the Rings Online and did a lot of raiding in that game. Oh, Civilization? Well, that sounds fun. I remember playing some of the really old Civilization games. Yeah, that was good stuff. I don't think I've played any of the recent ones though. Elder Scrolls, huh? What's the new thing? I don't understand. Elder Scrolls? Which Elder Scrolls? I thought the last Elder Scrolls game they made was Skyrim. Is there another one? There's a new Elder Scrolls game? What? That's awesome. Dude, that's cool. I didn't know that. That's good. Good to hear. That's pretty cool. I'm glad to hear that. I thought Skyrim was the latest one. Okay. Glad that it's still alive. Ooh. Harrowstorm. Sweet, man. That's exciting. I'm gonna have to try that when it comes out. Now that I have a PC that I can use for gaming. Assuming this all works. Assuming I can get it working. Okay. Gotta see if I got standoffs in the right places here, or if I need to do anything else before this will fit. Okay, goes this way. There. You know, I think it's got the ones I need already. From the looks of it. Looks like it's got all the spots that I need already there. Yeah, man, I think it does. I got a new monitor, so I don't have a lot of desk space. So I'm just doing one monitor for now. Maybe in the future, I have a. Oh man, this is so nice. Wow, these standoffs have a little ridge that fits into place into the holes in the motherboard. Man, that's slick. Wow, what a great motherboard this is. I have to say, this is really nice motherboard. I'm gonna need an extension though for this PWM. Man, let me see if I have one. I might have a problem here if I don't have it. If it didn't have an extension. does have an extension. Sweet. For now I'm not going to put in any more hard drives. Just these two M.2 drives that you saw for now. I'm gonna route that cable around the back so it'll look better. Oh, let me bolt down the motherboard next before I get ahead of myself. This is a great piece of kit. This case and this motherboard, both really nice stuff, man. I guess you get what you pay for. It's been a long time since I built a PC, and things have really, seems like things have really improved. Now this, I'm not sure I understand. Seems like these the screws that hold the motherboard down don't fit super tight. Oh yeah, dang dude. Coronavirus affecting everything these days, huh? Creams. Creams. I have like 100 of those. I should just sell them. I'll just buy more later. It's not like they're, if you just wait, I don't know why people are going nuts for creams. It makes no sense. It's completely because of this Tfue guy, right? It's just because of the hype. I mean, it's not that they're, I'm not saying they're not good switches, but they didn't suddenly become better. They're just bunch of nonsense hype. I bought creams a while back because I want to try them with the ultra high molecular weight polyethylene stems, because I tried a couple, and it seemed like a good combination. It felt good. Felt really good. Kind of a lot of wobble, but very smooth. Nice improvement over the stock slider. But I don't know when I'm gonna get around to that build. So I might not get around to building a keyboard with those creams for some time. So it's tempting to just sell them if they're selling for that much right now, because I know I'll be able to buy more later. It's not like Mike, from Novel Keys is not going to stop selling creams. This shortage is just kind of silly. Motherboard. I just killed my motherboard. Hopefully not. Okay. I missed one. One more screw. Yeah, I'm not saying that creams aren't a good switch. I mean, I don't think they're the best. I definitely don't think they're the best switch. I think they're a good switch. I'm just saying that the hype is not really based on reality right now. So I'm not going to be able to put this useless piece of metal on either because it bolts onto this heat sink that also doesn't fit. But it doesn't matter because it doesn't do anything, so I'll just leave it off. Top 7. Yeah. Creams are cool, I guess. I like that there's something different. That's really cool. I'm trying to figure out if there's a protective plastic stuff on here to peel off. I guess not. I thought there was. All right. Well, here's this little guy. EO80. How did you know EO87? Yeah, actually I did order an EO87. I got the silly clear one. What is happening with this CPU? Oh, there it is. It's like rattling around inside. Ta-da! Oh. Better be good. Better be good for the price. More stickers. Sweet. Just what I need. Lots of stickers. I'll put a lot of stickers on this computer, make it go faster. Oh man, that's a hefty looking CPU right there, man. Dang, dude. How do I know which way it goes? Oh, one corner's different than the others. Okay. There we go. Oh, that's... I don't know if you can see, but that's beautiful. Now let's see, what do we do next here? I feel like it wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh yeah, this is a cool CPU, man. Totally. I think I'll pop in the RAM and heatsink, make sure everything fits. I might want to put the power supply in before I do the heatsink, because the heatsink's really big, and I'm a little concerned that it's going to block access to everything else. Once I get the heatsink on, I won't be able to reach the other stuff that I need to reach. What the freak is this? Freaking heck is this? My RAM came with some big honking fan thing. What the heck? I hope I don't really need to install that. That's a little noisemaker, man. Look at all this. Do I really need all that? Son of a beehive. Can't I just put the RAM in? Is this like for overclocking my RAM? I hope I don't really need all this. What the heck, man? I don't want to put this little small diameter fan on top of my RAM unless I really need it. So this is a 64 gigabyte kit. What is rattling around? Oh. Man, I don't know about this. This is making me nervous. I've never seen this before. I don't know anything about these RAM coolers. Just let the RAM get hot, who cares? I'm not gonna overclock it. Okay, I don't know, man. I don't know about this RAM cooler business. Do you guys know? Do you guys know if the RAM coolers are they mainly needed for overclocking? Or is that something the DDR4 3200 needs? Just because of how the speed? Or is it... I feel like maybe it's... I feel like it might be more for overclocking. Oh, Intel 9 series. Yeah, I'm not. I actually work for Intel, so I get a discount on the CPUs. But all the ones that I wanted, all the heatsink, all the CPUs that I was interested in were sold out, and they have been for a long time, and they're gonna remain sold out for the foreseeable future. So I didn't want to wait forever to be able to build a PC, so I just bought AMD instead. Besides, I feel like the 3950 is a good CPU for my purposes. And I don't work for the part of Intel that makes CPUs, so it's not something. I don't feel like I need to be loyal in that way. And Intel doesn't care what I do. They don't care if I buy their CPUs or someone else's. Intel's such a big company. They're not even... Intel at the corporate level isn't even aware that I exist. It's like... There's a lot of different groups in Intel, and some of the groups like mine, it can be like working for a different little company. It can be like working for a whole separate company within Intel. It's like... It's not like it's really one unified company. I mean, they're all over the world, and they have so many diverse interests and projects and groups and stuff. So, but what I do there is pretty far separated from the desktop processor business. So I don't feel like it's a really loyalty thing. See, I bet I won't even have room for this thing anyway. I bet you by the time I get that. In fact, I bet you I'll be lucky if my heatsink even fits with this RAM. Let me get my thermal paste. Just getting that. I need to remember where I left it. Got some Noctua thermal paste. Oh, I hear it's good stuff. Hope it's good enough. This stuff says you don't have to spread it, but nuts to that, man. I'm gonna spread it a little bit. I'll do the little dots that they recommend, but I'll do like a really thin base layer first. Just really thin. I'm gonna go ahead and pop in the I think I'm gonna go ahead and pop in the power supply at this point, because I'm a little bit concerned that if I don't, I might not be able to reach the power connections. Actually, you know what? Let me see. Let me look at this cooler. Let's see if it's gonna be an issue. So this CPU cooler is big. I mean, the box is big. Noctua 6 heat pipe dual tower design, blah blah blah. NH-D14. Oh no, NH-D15. So let's pull this thing out. Check it out. So it comes with some accessories. Here's this thing, the heatsink itself. Second fan? What? What second fan? What the heck? Okay. I hope this isn't too hard to figure out. Will a key cult run games though? Yeah, man. Yeah, stuff's expensive. Oh, did I throw in instructions? Okay, here we go. That's cool, right? So here's this PWM connector. Let me I think I threw the instructions across the room. Let's see. Did I? This thing, yeah, this is big. Is it even gonna fit in my case? Barely. Alright, cool. I guess it'll fit. So I think what you do with this, the air goes this way. Okay. So this fan, so it goes this way because it pushes the air that way, and then it goes out this fan, and then if you put the second fan, I guess you would put it here. That's what I'm gonna do. As long as it'll clear the RAM. I hope it clears the RAM. Let's, yeah. I hope this works. Okay, here's a bunch of instructions. Oh. AMD, LGA, blah blah. Okay. Okay, so here's instructions. I'm really impressed with this Noctua brand. It's a new brand to me. I never heard. Oh man, you gotta be kidding. Look at this. Freaking came with thermal paste. I bought my own thermal paste. I didn't know it came with thermal paste. Son of a beehive. Oh wow. Live and learn, live and learn. Let me just pop this on. Pop this secondary fan on real quick. So I need to be aware I need to see what'll clear the RAM. Like when I mount this thing, I might have to move. Dude, what the heck? Oh, okay. So, I think I gotta put this fan on. I think I gotta put this heatsink on first, and then the fans. Because it looks like... It looks to me like if I try to put the fans on first, then I won't be able to get to the... I won't be able to reach these screws to tighten them. Okay, I'm gonna do something really crazy and read the directions on this thing. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see. Okay. Socket AM4 is what I'm using. AM4 uses these gray spacers. I need to use the wider screws. Okay, cool. So this crummy thing has to come off. It's not good enough. They provide a better one. Provide some better quality mounting hardware with the heatsink, or at least the hardware that works with their stuff. I don't think I use this thing. This is for the Intel. I'll throw this one away. Actually, you never know. Maybe I'll use this heatsink on a different build someday. It is a nice heatsink. Okay. I use these longer screws here. Okay, darker gray dealy boppers. Then what? This goes on here. Thermal paste, yada yada. What? Oh, okay. Cool. Wait. So where are the CPU cooler PWM connections? CPU. Okay. So this is the main CPU fan. This is CPU optional. Looks like good to go. So this goes here. Wait a minute. Those are not the right ones, are they? Ah, there they are. There they are. There's my brackets. Yeah. Dusting. Yeah. I'll probably, if possible, dust it without taking it apart. Just use a vacuum or something maybe, or use like compressed air. Is it common to see computer builds on Twitch? Somebody was commenting earlier. They were saying, oh wow, a PC build on Twitch. I was just curious if that happens a lot. Seems like it wouldn't be uncommon. I wonder why they don't do more PC build streams. They seem kind of fun to watch. Especially if stuff goes wrong. You can watch people struggle. That's what somebody told me. They're like, oh, I want to watch. Maybe you'll mess it up. That'll be fun. I don't feel bad about spending a lot on this PC though, because this is the first time I've built myself a PC in 10 years. I've been working really hard at Intel for 10 years now, and I never spent any money on my own PC, really. Just using whatever equipment work gave me. So I didn't think it would be too big of a deal to finally give myself an upgrade, especially since I don't think I'll need to upgrade again for a while, hopefully. Okay, I'm gonna try to follow the advice. Put little dots. Hope that's okay. If it's not, oh well. I don't really care. Isn't a 3900X even... I don't remember. Isn't a 3900X a Threadripper, or is that a Ryzen? I don't remember. Oh, okay. 3900X. Is that the one that came right before this one? 3900, 3950. It's funny that this came with a screwdriver, like a not very good one, but like people really building a PC that don't have a screwdriver. It's kind of funny. Like, it's nice of them to think of the user, but just be surprised if you really don't have a screwdriver when you're building a PC. Okay. So I got the low noise adapter, and then I'm gonna use the Y cable to make the two fans spin at the same speed. And just like the instructions told me to do, I'm putting the Y cable and then the low noise adapter. I'm not sharing one low noise adapter for two different fans, so they tell you not to do that. They don't want you to share one low noise adapter. And I suspect maybe the low noise adapter has a resistor in it, so if you share it between two fans, it won't have the desired effect. Something like that, I bet. You'll get some unexpected result. That's not what you want. Okay. Wait a minute. This is... This goes the other way. Ryzen 4, wow. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to afford to upgrade for a while. After this is kind of an expensive build for me. So this will have to do me for a while. So just, excuse me, curious, what makes you want to consider, you're saying you're looking at the 3900, any particular reason why you prefer that over the 3950? Is it costing or something else? Oh yeah, that's not right. Goes Yeah. Somebody said that the 3950 is a bit overkill anyway for gaming. I don't know if that's your main use case, but I guess it depends on the game too, and the settings, the graphics settings. But I'm gonna use this for other things too, not just gaming. In fact, I probably won't do a ton of gaming. I wanted this CPU for its good multi-core performance. Okay, looks good. Because I do stuff for work, like compiling builds where the build system is very parallelized, where it really helps me a lot to have a lot of cores. And in my hobby stuff sometimes as well. Nice, okay. One fan down. Oh, graphics design, cool. Adobe. Oh yeah, I can imagine. I get Adobe's resource hog. Hey, no problem with the RAM. This can just kind of sit right above it. It'll just it's not gonna interfere with the RAM, but it's gonna be practically sitting on the RAM, and it is gonna bump up. Now there is one thing, I don't know if my case will close. Ooh. That could be a bit of a problem. I don't know if the side will go on the case with the fan offset like this. So let me clip the fan in and get the case and see if it'll close. With this fan sitting up higher, this one's sitting up a little higher than this one. Let me see if the case is still able to close. There's a lot of packaging. Yep. Yeah, we're good. Case can still close. Sweet. We're good. Still enough room. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Let's flip this bad boy over. Linux, eh? Not a boot into Linux. Are you saying that the boot into Linux? Why? I use Linux. I'm using Linux right now. I'm streaming on Linux right now. Does you talking about like with regards to his comments about Photoshop being a resource hog or something? I'm gonna tie these cables a little bit. Yeah, man, I like Linux. Linux is nice. Not all the games are on Linux yet, though, unfortunately. Do some ugly cable management here. Okay, let's start to go through the tedious task of connecting all this crap that goes to the motherboard. Okay, so these are fans. These can stay where they are for now. So there's an audio USB 2.0. What's this thing? What's this, USB 3? Maybe. USB 3, you think? Look at the motherboard here. What do we got? So I'll let me do this big dog first. So I'll go through one of these cable management access holes. It's right next to the connector that I'm plugging into. I'll keep things clean. Cleaner as much as possible. Keep it as clean as I can here. Alright, next, let's take care of this USB 2.0. Okay, I need to check the manual real quick and see which pin out they use for the USB connector, because there's more than one. So for this little USB cable, (2-10) Okay. USB here. There. Next, HD audio. Okay, where's that go? I don't know if it has one of those pin headers. We'll see. AAFP, what's that? Might be for the front panel audio. Let's take a look here. N-16 internal connectors. Yep, AAFP. Audio something front panel. I guess what that stands for. Something like that. Cool. Okay, now these front panel connectors are a bit of a pain. But you gotta have them. Like the power button and the LEDs and stuff like that. Pin out on that. Actually, I think what I'm going to do here, each of these fan plugs on the motherboard are rated for 1 amp. So I think I'm not going to use the Y cable, even though it might be okay, but I think I'll just plug them to separate, because I was just checking the manual and the one that says fan opt is also a CPU fan signal, so I think I'll just plug each of them. I'll do one of them to CPU fan and one of them to CPU opt. That way, hypothetically, they'll be able to draw more current each if they needed to. If they needed the current, they should get it. Plus, less Y cable mess that way. Yeah, it is a big cooling system. The motherboard, it's I forget. I'll tell you in just a minute. Let's see. It's an Asus ROG something or other. I remember that much. It's this is the motherboard. ROG Crosshair 8 Hero. It's a socket AM4 motherboard. Yeah, have you been happy with your Asus motherboard? Okay. Gotta hook up all these little dumb things. Power switch. Definitely need that. That goes there. It's this reset switch. It's here. Let's see what that says. Okay, plus is on the left. Power LEDs right here. There. Pull the slack through. Oops. Now what in the heck is this serial ATA thing for? There must be an eSATA connector on the top of the case that I didn't notice. So I'll plug that in if I can. Wait a minute. That's not gonna work. What the heck is this? One sec, let me see. Oh, this is a power connector. Never mind. That goes to the... That's gonna connect to the power supply. Okay, fine. Alright. I think it's doing that to draw power it's gonna use to power the fans for the case's own. It's got their own, they've got their own fan controller that you can use. And I think it draws power from that SATA connector is what I'm thinking, but we'll see. I think it's for taking power. I think it's for power to drive that stuff. Let me just tie this stuff down real quick and keep it somewhat under control. I think now would be a good time to put in the power supply. Let's see if I can position it so that you can see when you do that. So this is where the power supply goes. Back here. Sorry, no, that's not right. That's the front of the case. This back here is where you put the power supply. So I can unscrew these screws, and that little frame comes off. Then the power supply slides in from the front. I mean from the back. So that makes it kind of cool, kind of slick. That's nice. This is the power supply I'm using. It's actually more than it needs to be. That was a kind of mistake on my part. But I didn't need a power supply this big. Could have gotten a smaller one. But I don't think it'll harm anything as long as it fits. So having the bigger power supply won't hurt, I think. And it was on sale, so I got a good deal on it. That's nice. Comes in this nice little bag. So I'll just slide this bad boy in here. I'm gonna go ahead and let it pull the air from below because there's a dust filter down there, so I think it'll be all right. Oh, I'm forgetting. I think the way this works, I think I gotta bolt this on first. Gotta screw this on first. Yeah. Get the screws here. Yeah, 700 or 800 watts would have been enough for this build, I think. Maybe even more than enough. But, oh well. Yeah, hopefully I won't need to buy a power supply for years. Maybe I'll never buy one again. Someone was joking that a friend of mine was joking about how he has a 1200 watt power supply because he says I don't want to ever buy another power supply. I just want to use this power supply for the rest of my life. Well, I don't know. Maybe that'll work. Okay. Now let me think here. Get what I need real quick. In terms of cables. I'm definitely gonna need that cable. I'm just quickly assessing which power supply cable on. Oh shoot! Camera's off again. My battery might have died. Let's see. Alright, one sec. I think this battery just died. Let's see here. One sec. disconnect this again. Pardon the interruption here. Battery on my camera died. There. Two 8-pin. Okay. All right, just taking stock of which power supply cables I need to connect now while it's easy to get to them. Type 4. I need a couple of those for the GPU. Some serial ATA. I think that's all I need for the moment. Now, let me connect these here. So here's for the ATX. This is the one that's going to the motherboard. right. These are for the graphics card. A couple of these. And one for the serial ATA power. I'll put that down here. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. This through here. Nice light. Oh dear. I made a mistake. Did I? I might have made a mistake here. These screw holes line up. Oh, okay, they're lining up with some difficulty, but it's just sheet metal after all they're going into. There. Oops. Couldn't really see on screen very well. All right, monster power supply in place. First thing I'll connect is the motherboard's power. Go ahead. I think I'll punch through way down here so as to wait. That might get in the way of the video card. I guess I'll come through up here. Oh, but then I won't have a long enough cable. Maybe here's the best place. Ah. These big thick cables are not that easy to bend. That one's fine the way it is. Okay. Phew. So, here's where we are so far. Now might be a good time to install the graphics card. So, this is what we're doing for graphics card. It is a GeForce RTX 2080 Ti with 3 fans on it. Since we're just doing air cooling for now. On this build, I might get into water cooling someday, but for now I'm just doing air cooling. Nice packaging here. Comes with probably drivers or something. I'll do it right now. More cable ties. Not gonna need that. Wow, that's a heavy video card. Wow. Heavy stuff, man. Heavy. I have so many boxes to throw away tomorrow. So much recycling to take care of. Okay. Oh, it's pretty. Beautiful. Now, for now, I'm gonna, there's a switch for quiet mode and performance mode. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the quieter mode for now, since I don't do that much gaming. I mean, I'm gonna do some gaming, but I can always change it later if it needs it. Got some plastic film back. Looks very nice. It's got this little protective dealie. Have to come off. Okay. So this bad boy's gonna use 2 spaces here. Now, what do you guys think? Is there any problem putting it here? Or do I need to put it in the other slot? Down here. I'm not sure if, let's see. This is PCI Express 16. There's no problem using this slot, I think. They're both PCI Express X16. I mean, I think they're the same performance, so I think I can put it in this slot. So it can be farther away from the CPU and not receive as much heat from the CPU. So if anyone knows otherwise, like if there's some reason why I can't do that, please chime in. But I think that I can do that. I don't think it'll hurt anything. That's what I've done in the past, but it was a long time ago. I don't know if it wasn't. some of the technologies may have changed, so just checking. Alright, let me bring the, oh, this is getting heavy. Let me bring the power connectors through. Gosh, I hope these are long enough. Yeah, it all looks like they'll be long enough. Just long enough. Not much to spare, but they'll reach. Oh man, that's heavy. This is getting heavy. Please tell me I used the right connector. In there. Next one. Okay, those are in there. Let me take up the slack. Now plug this serial ATA power thingy, which I think is giving power to the fans. Okay. Cable tie right here. Keep things in place. I think everything's connected. Let's take a look on this side. Not too shabby. Cable management looks alright. Hopefully the airflow will be good. We don't have any major messes here. Oh, I need a drink. Well, if you stuck with me this long, you've been very patient. And maybe you'll be excited to see if it turns on and works. I know I am. And it's been nice having some company for this. It's been a while since I built the PC. Kind of fun. Maybe a little harder than I thought it would be. I have here a power cable. Sanity check. Well, gosh, I don't see anything obvious out of place. RAM's there. CPU, graphics card, RAM, hard drives. So I will plug in the power and we'll see what happens. See if we have a. See if anything happens. Oh gosh, there's an additional power connector that I didn't notice. Wow. Hey man, good call. There's actually 12. Wow, you really saved my bacon there. I did not notice that. And I didn't connect it. Nope. Let me... Is that a recent addition to motherboards these days? Thanks for the tip. Let me... Alright, let me get the right connector. Yep, it's an 8 and a 4 on this one. Let's see. Oh, I hope I have long enough cables. That's way up there. Oh, yeah, I think it'll reach. Alright, let's go back this way. I think I can do this. Like that. Right? Does that look like it'll work? Like that. I have a 6-pin connector, but I think I can put it on like that. And I think it's the right voltages. What do you think? Does that look alright? And then for the other one, one sec. This is a bit of a pain here. One sec here. Fix this good. Hmm. 6 plus 2 is a PCI Express cable. Does that mean that it's not the right That's not correct for that. Should be 2x4. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Let me take a look at these. All right, so this is not the right cable here that I'm using. And this is not the right cable either. I've got it backwards. Thanks for the help, Mac 99. Thanks for the heads up. I was connecting it wrong. I was putting the cable for the CPU on the video card, and the cable, the PCI Express cable, I was trying to put on the for the connector for the CPU power. So I had it backwards. So thank goodness that that wouldn't have been good, I bet. Interesting thing is, people online say that you can't, if you try to plug in the connector in the wrong place, that it won't work, like it won't fit. But well, I haven't powered anything up yet, so I'm not worried about any damage. I haven't applied power to anything yet. So I think we're good. These cables actually say CPU on them, which should have been, probably have been a tip-off. I checked the motherboard manual. It says I can, so this power supply didn't come with any 4 little 4-pin connectors. And I think that's probably okay, because the manual for the motherboard says that you can either connect, so it says you can either connect the 8-pin connector plus the 4-pin, or just the 8-pin connector, but it says just don't connect only the 4-pin connector is all. Well, I don't even have a 4-pin connector, so I'm going to opt for the 8-pin connector. Yeah, no 4-pin connector in here, but I think that's okay. Got this says PCIe. What does this say? Type 4. Okay, so I should be okay. There's one. These both say CPU. Type 4. There we go. Type 4 CPU. Oh. PCI Express. Okay. Hope this reaches. Okay, this is CPU. Okay, what's that? Now my video card power. What's next? Oh yeah. You know what? So the connector that's supposed to be for the CPU power, it plugged in to the video card, but it didn't snap. The little piece that snaps in didn't really snap properly, so you could kind of tell something wasn't right. That's good. Yeah. All right. Now everything's snapping in with a nice clean snap. No weirdness. Okay. Now let's tie these cables back up, and then I think this time we really can power it on. This time for real, I think. I think we're good now. Well, they actually went in. The plug actually went in all the way. It just, the part that has a little edge that snaps in didn't snap in well. Like, yeah, the latch didn't snap in. I don't know why the key didn't prevent that. Seems like that would be nice if the key didn't allow that to happen. But it seems like maybe they're keyed similarly enough. Alright. Well, let's see what happens. Move these out of the way. Serial tape cables that I need. Okay, cool. Okay, well, I'm at the point where I want to see what happens here. I want to see if it works. So, here's what I'm going to do. Let's see if I can do this. Everything looks like it's working. Oh, okay. Slight problem. Front case fans are not spinning. Let me just check. What could that be? Maybe they're not getting power. Oh, it's the setting they're on. Okay. There's a switch. 1, 2, and 3. And looks like on the 1 switch, they're initially not spinning up when you power on the computer. If I put it to 3, which is the high cooling setting, then the fans all spin up. And then if I put it back to 1, they don't. Let me turn them back off. Oh wait, they're spinning slowly. Let's see. It's on 1. Are they stalled? Maybe they're stalled. Oh no, I think they might be stalled. So maybe these fans don't work on setting 1. I might have to use setting 2 or 3. Yeah, look at that. So the fan control on this case, not awesome. Seems like it's not able to spin these front fans on setting 1. So maybe I'll just use setting 2 for now. Yeah, on 1 the front fans don't even spin. Wow, it sounds quiet. Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna power off this camera, this top camera. Now I'm gonna take the connector, the HDMI connector. I'm gonna plug it into. Wait, is this a regular HDMI? Oh, is that HDMI Mini or some crap? Jeez, why did they do that? I thought it was a regular HDMI. Dumb thing. It's like HDMI Mini. Alright, let me grab another cable real fast. Monitor refresh rate. I don't remember. I think it's 144. I want to say 144. Okay, HDMI cable. One sec. Got it right here. We'll go ahead and see if this thing was working. Yeah, I'll use DisplayPort when I actually use it for gaming and stuff, but for now, just to test if everything's working. Just for the sake of the stream, I'm gonna plug up HDMI just for the moment, just to test if it's working or not. What's up, Kempston? Kim. Well, the fans spun up and it appeared to be working. So we're gonna try a thing. Let's see if this works. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay. So here we are. Let's plug up the keyboard here. Let me go ahead and power this off for a sec. Actually, never mind. Yeah, might as well. I think I can put the case on. Probably. Get it off the table here. It's hard to type with it on here. So let me get this, put the front back on it. It's so heavy. Okay. All right. There we go. Keyboard. This is a GSX 980 from Taobao with the GMK Mizu, however you say that. Mizu, whatever. All right. And plug it in to this computer instead of this one I'm streaming with. I'll see if we can get something started here. This is in the way. Let me move it. Let's see if reset works. That's cool. Reset button works. Where'd my display go? It was working a minute ago. There it is. It's taking so long. There's like a major delay. Oh yeah. There's probably buffering going on because of OBS. My mouse doesn't appear to be working on here. Oh, it wasn't plugged in all the way. Okay. Okay. I wonder if this thing has a boot menu. That's what I want. Oh, was the virtualization not enabled by default? I'm gonna need that. If the virtualization is not enabled by default, I'm gonna need to enable that. All right, let me see if I can enable that. I'm gonna need to go to bed pretty soon. It's DDR4 PC 3200. Hmm. Yeah. There might be a problem, or it might just be my capture device misbehaving, but I'm not seeing the post anymore. It was before. I'm not sure. I plugged in a thumb drive, but let's see. I think it might have been booting from the thumb drive before I had a chance to get into the BIOS. Okay. Let's fix the memory speed and virtualization. I think that's it. Mm-hmm. Well, let's see if that works. Memory is running at 3200, okay. Whoa, what just happened? Boot option 1. Okay, that should work, I think. Yay. Oh, what just happened? Resolution must have changed or something. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it froze. Maybe it hung. Dang, I hope not. Well, I think at this point I need to need a dedicated monitor so I can see what's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream now and install Windows and stuff. But thanks for joining, and next time I stream, hopefully I'll be using this PC. But thanks for the help, everybody, and we'll see you next time.